from Seth. Here's my review on Chanel's Holiday 2025 makeup collection. I received my order about a couple days ago. I placed my order, for those who are wondering, directly with my client advisor at a Chanel beauty boutique. The collection alongside with the holiday gift sets, they are available, like I said before, at many beauty boutiques throughout the country. I know you're gonna ask me when will be available online. Honestly, a date hasn't been given to anybody. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Chanel. I wasn't sent anything from Chanel. I purchased these products myself, but I assume the collection may be available online sometime early October is an assumption, or it may be available right now. I will be leaving as many links that I'm able to find on the description box below, along with the links of everything else that I have on my face. But for those who have watched my Dior Holiday 2025 collection reveal, you may have seen a little bit of a sneak peeks of the products that I got here, or if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen already the unboxing. So what did I end up purchasing? Definitely, I had to get that Le 4 Ombres Nuit Astrale 397, the compact, very classic Chanel, but this time around for the holiday season, they went with the gold logo. It does come with a little velour pouch, 2 little applicators, and now let's take a peek to this beauty. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. You have different finishes from what it seems like a sparkly satin shades, one matte shade here. I'm gonna swatch it in just a second. Let me just show you what else did I got. That Peche Lumiere 998. If you have watched my reveal on Chanel's Holiday 2025 collection, I gave you all the details that you need to know about this collection, from what lipsticks, liners, nail polishes, absolutely everything that you need to know to be prepared for your holiday shopping. This Starry Nights collection, it is limited edition, and the Blush Lumiere, which are illuminating powder blushes, more so like highlighters, they come in 2 shades. I just purchased one of them because the other one looked too light for my skin tone. Beautiful though, but a little too light for my skin tone. Both products are made in Italy. The Luminizer has a very generous amount of product, 14 grams, while the Le 4 Ombres, the eyeshadow quad, comes with 2 grams of product, which is very typical for all the eyeshadow quads from Chanel. Blush also comes with the little pouch, and let me show you again, same black compact with the gold emblem, and there you have it. She is a beauty. I hope that you're able to see. You have the deeper tones in the middle, what is supposed to be the highlighter. And for those who are new here to my channel, I film in natural light 4K resolution. So make sure you have your resolution well set so you can see all the products in detail. And another huge surprise from Chanel, it is their new Le 9 Ombres. There are a total of 3 color stories. I went ahead and purchased one, 849, the Space Traveler. It comes with 8 grams of product, and this is the presentation. Very different from the other presentations, and this is gonna be a very large and substantial eyeshadow palette with 9 shades. Oh my gosh, when you see it, friends, this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I'm just so impressed about this. This is gorgeous, and this is the one that honestly it attracted me the very most. If you want to see more close-ups and details, I will highly suggest you to check my Instagram account and check my TikTok too, because there's so much dimension from this eyeshadow palette. It's pretty impressive. In terms of the price, this is $160, and if we count that it's limited edition, that you get 9 eyeshadows. If you were to buy 2 of these, I think this was $75 or $76. So we're talking about what, say $150 for 8 shades. Here we're getting 9 shades. So give and take, it's not even per gram per se, but close enough. It comes with a big size mirror. What I'm gonna do today, just to take advantage of our time here, is I'm gonna make an eyeshadow look with this palette just to see the formula details, and then I will do 2 eyeshadow looks with this palette, and that way we can get the most out of this. Let's start first with Peche Lumiere and a quick swatch. Okay, this is very fainted. You can barely see the shade when swatching it. In terms of the embossing, it's gorgeous. You can see all the symbols from Chanel, from the star, the pearls, the camellia, the weed. I mean, all of these is very representative of Chanel. This is definitely not a blush. This is, to me, truly a luminizer or a blush topper. And that's exactly how my client advisor described it. I'm just going to put it right here. You can see somewhat of the shade, but if you combine it with the creamy tone, then immediately you're going to get more, like I said, blush topper, highlighter, luminizer, just that. Now let's just swatch the whole 3 things together. Look at that. When you swatch all 3, it just gives you this, a highlighter. So I don't want you guys to be deceived, mostly if you're thinking on purchasing these products. At least to me, as a person that I review makeup, I want to make sure you guys are happy and content with what you're getting. I'm gonna go with this Sonia G mini cheek brush. I got you here a little bit closer so you can see the makeup really well. I'm gonna go first with the color and see how much I can get. See right there? And let's just apply it. I'm gonna apply a little bit higher up. Okay. If you apply in this concentrated way, you're gonna get obviously a little bit of pigment. There you have it. Yeah, definitely has a beautiful sheen. Now let's go on the other side. And again, I'm just going strategically on the color side. I will not bring these to the area that I have my enlarged pores, just to be cautious and to do not highlight that area. It's actually showing on me, something that I was surprised. I was like, I don't think this is gonna show on me, but it is. I'm gonna apply it also on the nose so you can see it even more. Again, just going with the bottom shade and concentrating it. Now, as soon as you're gonna like blend and mix, this is just gonna become a highlighter period. So you have to take your decision whether you want this to be a highlighter period or if you really wanted to treat it as separate shades. Using the same brush, I'm just gonna go in between the lighter shade and the top shade and just gonna apply it as a highlighter on the cheekbone, and that's super soft. There's something very special about highlighters from Chanel. They are soft. They are not those beaming highlighters. You see it right there? And it's not leaving me a white cast either. Once again, I'm just combining top and middle. If I just go directly only with the middle shade, then it's just gonna look whitish, as you see here on the swatch. Just wanna make sure you see really well right there. There you have it. If you have fair complexion, the pink one will work really good for you. But you will have to tell me, what are your thoughts about this blush topper luminizer? In terms of the formula is really good, but then again, I think they should have not say that it is a blush. Hopefully it makes sense. I will rather have them say that it was a luminizer, period, and then you decide by the shade if you can use it or not as a blush, because it could be confusing. These are not specifically blushes, mostly if you're just gonna swirl all the shades together. Now let's go for the eyeshadow palette in Nuit Astrale. You have the same sign embossing on each of the pans. The flower, the star, the weed is definitely lovely. But let's go ahead and swatch it. Okay, this I can feel it does have some, yeah, I can feel it does have shimmer, at least these two so far. Then we have the matte shade, this bluish gray shade. We haven't seen a color story like this from Chanel in such a long time. They have done other eyeshadow quads with that have been colorful too, but these type of shades, no. These top shades are more metallic with a little bit of shimmer. This one is a satin shade and this one is the matte shade. And here are the swatches. Sonia G T7 brush, and I'm gonna go first with this shade. This is so like icy and different for the holidays. And I'm gonna apply it on the outer third. Interesting, it's going nice and deep immediately. It doesn't show too much of the plummy tone. I do have hooded eyelids, so let me just close it so you can see the shade. I can tell you it's not patchy. I'm not using a primer on my eyelids, just my concealer. I'm gonna go with the back side and I'm gonna go to the gray shade that you can see does have like a blue undertone. It's very interesting. And I'm gonna take it and apply it on the outer V and then a little bit above the plummy shade and just keeping this kind of like a V. Taking a BK Beauty with Nikki LaRose N24 brush, I'm going to the lighter purpley shade. And this shade, I'm gonna take it and apply it right here, almost to the middle of the eyelid. I just want to create kind of like a gradient. It doesn't have shimmer. It's kind of like a satin borderline metallic shade. I'm gonna take the back side of the brush, the one that is clean, and now I'm gonna go with this celeste kind of shade. This looks beautiful, honestly. Now this has some grit to it. I'm just gonna use it inner third all the way to the middle. The shade is very soft. Everything is not showing like too plummy or too blue. It's just like tones of plummy grays, celeste grays, stuff like that. Let me just use this with my finger. Just want to see how much we can get out of it. Okay, that's better. So I'm gonna use these. And honestly, for these kind of eyeshadow quads, I will not say, use everything. I'm going next with this shade and I'm just gonna, again, place it right kind of like towards, not in the center, but in between. And then going back again with this. What I was saying is you don't need to use all the shades to create a color story with this kind of eyeshadow quad because it could just be a little bit too much. I'm going with the gray shade and a Sonia G flat definer, and with this I'm gonna line my upper lash line. I don't know, yeah, it's not very intense. Yeah, it's not that it's bad, it's just it's not very intense. I would rather use an eyeliner, but for the purpose of this video and because I have to do other eyeshadow looks with the other eyeshadow palette, I will say using an eyeliner will be your best bet, so let's do so. I went ahead and applied a little bit of mascara and, like I said, a little bit of eyeliner, and here is the eyeshadow look with Nuit Astrale. I think it created a very sophisticated, cool tone eyeshadow look that is not your typical. I'm gonna use most likely the blues on the other 9-pan palette, but this one is just like very sophisticated. You're using blue. It looks icy, but it doesn't look like on your face icy. Does it make sense? To me, it actually looks pretty. It looks more intentional. And I love that icy tone that is not like overpowering. I think it looks really nice. What are your thoughts, friends? your thoughts. I want to hear from you. Did this palette catch your eye, call your attention? Do you like the color story? We are seeing a lot of very, not the same color story, but usage of kind of these same shades, purplies, blues, like icy, frozen kind of vibe kind of shades from many different brands, not only Chanel, but yeah, many brands are using these icy tones this year. And I think they look elegant, mostly if you're wearing like, I don't know, like a platinum kind of dress or a gunmetal kind of dress or black like I'm doing right now. It looks sophisticated, it looks elegant. Now, in terms of this Starry Nights collection, they also have two beautiful Rouge Allure Lac lipsticks. I think though, for this color story in a specific, the shades are too deep that it will contrast too much with this eyeshadow quad. Hence, I went with this combination that I will be leaving on the description box below, and I went over top with this lip gloss to create more of like a cool tone look, but that it doesn't compete with the eyeshadow. That is kind of my idea. But yeah, the lacs are kind of like these. I will say they should have come out with this shade, although the other two shades are gorgeous. Like I said, if you do something very simple, perhaps even use these as an eyeliner or just top it lightly. Just do something super, super simple. Do not fill in your entire eyelid with color, and then you use those bolder lipsticks. They will be a lot of fun, and they will be just kind of the center of the show. They also have a mascara in a plummy tone, almost black. I decided to skip on it because I know I'm not gonna use it enough. And then eyeliners, one that is kind of like this reddish, almost orangey tone that I think if you live in an area of the world that is summertime for the holiday season, you can enjoy that. If you do a very artistic eyeliner, it could be a lot of fun. I mean, there are so many creative ideas to use each of the products, but these from the collection were the ones that, you know, call my attention the most. Now let's go for the Big 9 eyeshadow palette, the Space Traveler, which, oh my gosh, to me this is just like, it looks really good. I really love that usage of nude tones here, one in a lighter tone, one in a deeper tone. You have some duochrome shades here, duochromes from Chanel. Gosh. Okay, so this is an in-between green, and it has a little bit of pink undertone to it. And that green is gorgeous. It's kind of like a chartreuse shade. Then I have here this lilac tone. This one is also a duochrome. It does have white, but it also has kind of like a bluish tone. So should we swatch it here? I think, yeah. You know what? I'm going to start with this bluish tone on the very top so you can see the contrast, because it also have a little bit of, seems like lavender. Oh, that lilac shade is to die for. And then you see, when I'm looking at it from here, it looks, and even on the camera, it seems like it's brown, but then if I move it, it's gonna look green. Ah, there you go. I'm telling you, my gosh, we're getting duochromes from Chanel. Then we have this nude matte shade, a gorgeous blue. Oh my gosh, look at that blue. These are so smooth. Now, this is a deeper tone of blue, but it also has some purple in it. Let's see if we can get that to show here. Oh yeah, it's like a, you see right there, it's like deep, deep, deep purple, but then as I go like this, it's like, like a blue tone. This is, the next one is more like an electric blue, not duochrome. And then here's the matte shade. I know I'm not doing it in order, but I just want you to see each of the shades because I feel these palettes are special. Then we have a really nice brown shade for your base, a golden tone. I mean, these are so wearable. And then a black. I mean, these right here, this row right here, and even if you use these, it will give you such a classic look. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see if I have enough space. Let's see this black shade. It's not patchy. It went soft and smooth, although it's not like a creamy one. Now, there you have it. Top, Nuit Astrale, and then the bottom, the Space Traveler. So 1, 2, 3, 4 shades, and then Space Traveler. Now I'm going to show it to you right next to the palette. What a color story. Friends, the top shades are blinding. So blinding. Okay, let's go ahead and get it started. I'm going to go first with this shade. And I'm going to take it above the crease. Oh, yes. Okay, that applied seamlessly. I'm going to go with a Sonia G Mini Booster and the deepest matte shade. And then I'm going to take it and apply it on the outer third. And let me tell you, this is applying no patchy. There's no fallout, and there was no fallout with this one either. I'm debating because I know many of you are going to want to see this green shade and I want to see the purple shade. Next, I'm going with the gold shade and I'm going to just apply it right here in between. Very little amount, just barely there. There you have it. And then on the other side, I'm going to go with the green shade because I know you're going to want to see that green shade for sure. Ooh, okay. That's beautiful. If you like greens, you're going to love these. And it does have that, you know, like one flip side, you can see brown and then green. You can see brown, then green. It's very pretty. Let me see if I can, like, not that it needs more, but just to see how much I can build it up with my finger. Definitely you can. Underneath the lower lash line, it's going this lighter shade, the matte shade. So I apply a little bit of mascara on and eyeliner. I think there's a tiny bit of a smudge right there. Don't mind. At least you get the gist of these shades. What are your thoughts? I think it looks beautiful. I like it. And I like that the green is a wearable green. That is not too intense, too dark, or too, like, you know, bright on your face. Obviously, the good thing about these palettes is that there are two other color stories. And some of them, they have more like aqua greens and more greens if you like greens too. Okay, let's remove, you know what? Let me remove let me remove this eyeshadow look so that way you can see the comparison with this dark blue shade. Oh my gosh. Let's see what we can do. Eyeshadows remove on this side and I apply concealer again. I'm going with this shade first and I'm using my BK Beauty, I think it's 202 brush. Yeah, 202 brush. It's an oldie but a goodie. This is going above the crease. Now I'm going to go to this shade, the deepest brown, on the outer third, just as we did before. The T7 brush, I'm going to go to the black shade. Yes, we're going to go there. And I'm applying it on the outer third and just placing it. So far, there's no fallout. Next, I'm going to this shade. And this may have a little bit of fallout. Let's see. Let's just spray. I'm applying it just with the tip right next to the black shade. Mixing it in. So I want to create it kind of like a gradient. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I'm looking close and there's no fallout. And the payoff is sublime. I'm going for the blue shade. That Oh, wow. Okay, this is not the same as Pat McGrath, but it's giving me Pat McGrath Mothership palette in Chanel's condition per se. I mean, if you go with this shade, it will give you even a more intense look if you don't want to go with the blue. But I think the blue is so pretty, friends. Honestly, it's so pretty. I don't know if to go with the icy blue, because this is an icy blue. Look at me. Hold on. I have my makeup eraser here right next to me to save me. You know, let's just try it, and if I don't like it, well, we can manage it. So this shade has a little bit of a bluish undertone. I'm just gonna tap it like right in the center. I'm being very delicate with it. I like it. Ooh. Yes, I like that. It's giving a halo effect without being like super wide. Love that. Chanel. I'm gonna go with this shade first on the lower lash line, and then going to this shade, and I'm gonna intensify just a little from Nikki La Rose N25 brush, and I'm gonna go to the black shade, and I'm just gonna line my lower lash line. Okay, I'm impressed that with this little brush, which, you know, you can, the actual eyeshadow can jump. There's no fallout. There's no fallout, friends. Okay, taking the same shade, and I'm gonna use it as an eyeliner. I feel I need to get more blue inner part, so I'm going with, again, BK Beauty Nikki La Rose N23 brush, going with the blue shade, and we're gonna place it there. There you go. I was able to connect it a little bit more. Refer 23 brush, and we're gonna go with this shade, and I'm gonna apply it right on the inner corner. Whoa. And there you have it, the blue in action. Very smoky and very different to this eyeshadow look. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can go very smoky or very light subdue. Obviously, I try to use the most out of this eyeshadow. I mean, like, you can see such a big difference, right? You can see the plum more here. This is completely night blue, like night out, like completely intense. I'm surprised. I'm very impressed about the payoff, blendability, and no fallout. Eyeshadows are off, and now again I'm just using the same base above the crease, nice and soft blend. And then once again I'm just going with this shade, applying it on the outer third. I mean, like, with these two shades alone, you're just getting something nice and simple for every day. You don't need to dig into the rest of the shades. So I see a big potential on this palette. I can tell you already how I see it. You know, I try to do not remove the mascara just because we were doing so many eyeshadow looks. But there you have it. And now I want to go with this shade. You know how much I love lilac, and I think this could be a good one. Oh yes, I'm in love. This is the type of eyeshadows that I like. Look at the simplicity. It looks romantic, it looks well put together. And let's go with this shade, and I'm gonna put it right on the center. It's not really like a topper, but it has a little bit of translucency that it makes the eyeshadow just pop. Taking a Sonia G flat definer, I'm gonna go with the deepest brown shade, and I'm gonna take it and apply it on my lower lash line just to create a soft look. You can definitely use the black if you want to, but I think something softer will be really nice too here. Taking it also on the upper lash line. I mean, you can barely see it. Let's use the black one just for the upper lash line. And I trust this black eyeshadow. It's not giving me any fallout, which it can be messy when you have a full face of makeup already. And I'm not even tapping. I think I just want to intensify a little bit the outer V. There you have it, friends. with purpley lavender shade. What are your thoughts? I have to tell you that I feel that I got my money's worth with this eyeshadow palette. I did. The color story of the Starry Nights eyeshadow, well, it's not even the Starry Nights. I'm sorry, I keep saying the same thing, but this is Les Signes de Chanel, Signs of Chanel. It's not even a Starry Night. I think this is lovely, don't get me wrong, but it would just always be cool tone and so forth. I think this in general, I mean, we're talking about $160, right? But then you know what is worth it for you. I can tell you one thing, no fallout, zero fallout, blendability superb, even with the black shade, non-patchy, no fallout with the shadows that they have a little bit of shimmer to. They're very elegant and they have full payoff. Full payoff. This is very fun and different from Chanel. I think, yeah, this is so worth it. I don't want to repeat myself about this one. I will say definitely treat it as a highlighter. Honestly, I was thinking that this shade would have been a little bit more... Is it? Oh, there. Sorry. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like this shade from the Swan palette of Hourglass. But if you see, it's not. I mean, like, I just mix it in. Now, if I do this, it's not either. It's very, very light, even lighter than that. So if you have these new palettes from Hourglass just as a reference, again, I don't want to repeat myself, but treat it as a highlighter. I'm just gonna go, why not, with this shade from the Fox palette. Tiny bit, just to add a little bit more color to the cheeks. And I'm gonna go with this, taking it up, taking it a little bit here on the nose. You see, it's a light luminizer. Ooh, but it can become whitish too. So it's a tricky product, I will say. So FYI, this is my crazy makeup look using 3 of the products from this Chanel 2025 holiday makeup collection. Let me know which one is the one that you like the most. Are you picking up any of these products? Which product of this collection is your favorite one? Let's continue that conversation on the comment section down below while you're at it. If you haven't done so yet, I would love to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. If you're on Instagram and TikTok, come and follow me there. If you like the video, if it serves you on any help, please give it a thumbs up, share with family and friends, and if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're gonna love. See you then. Bye-bye.